Rhys, Sarah from The Upcoming, such a pleasure to speak to you. So what appealed to you about entering into the MCU, and I guess the challenges of doing this kind of spin-off series, that's within the same universe, but it's a bit different?
I mean, it's the MCU. It's also exciting. It's such a massive world, and is just sort of, they've got so many rich stories, and so getting to dip your toes in that and walk, a version of New York that only exists in their movies is super thrilling. But yes, it's also a deep universe and a terrifying universe to step into because it means so much to fans. And I think it's only now as it's coming out that I'm realizing, like, oh boy, like people are going to see this now.
And what an incredible cast. But you've got on the one side, Jeremy Renner's obviously been doing it for a while, and then you've got someone new with Haley Stanfield coming in. So what's it like working with these different actors and, bringing your vision to life?
I'm incredibly spoiled in having both of them. Like you said, you got Jeremy, who's been in this world for so long, and obviously just knows so much and has this deep backstory that he really feels and understands. And then to come in through Kate Bishop and with Haley and watch that relationship grow is super exciting. And for me, I feel like my job was to just figure out ways to continually annoy Clint and find some humor in that and allow Haley to get in on that and have fun with it.
And it feels like something that's quite important in the films and the series is the tone, and it's kind of getting that balance between kind of the humor but also the kind of more comic book kind of theatrical and the action set pieces. So what was the important balance for you to get in this one?
Yes, tone is everything, and I like early on, Marvel were very clear that that they wanted to have a surprising lighthearted approach to this because obviously there's a very dark, brooding version of the show that could have been made, but I think that was also what was maybe expected, and so. I think finding a tone where we could deliver the action and deliver the pay off Clint's backstory, but find a light way to do it and have fun. And obviously the Christmas setting, it all adds up, I think, to just a different way to tell a story that we all hope to see.
And were there any hiccups on set? I think Haley Stone was actually learning to do archery, was she? So I don't know how much they were doing themselves and how much, you're adding in artificial CGI. But were there any highlights and challenges on set?
Usual challenges. It's funny, I've been thinking about this because I've been asked about the hiccups and what have you, and maybe it's just all blurs together, but yes, using a bow and arrow, it's not the most practical of weapons. It's not something you just whip out or happen to have with you when trouble arises. So yes, incorporating it and justifying why they had it was one of the big challenges, and I think we managed to make it all make sense. But yeah, it's fun. They're firing CG arrows most of the time, so luckily we avoided any potential trouble with that.
And finally, what do you hope will people take away? It's obviously got that Christmas feel to it. We've had a hard old 18 months. Is this just what people need? A bit of entertainment, a bit of Christmas vibes.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping that it's a lift. That yes, it's Christmas. It's in New York, which is a city, that's shown its own resilience, and so it's fun to celebrate that. And again, we're celebrating these characters going through an adventure that is kind of relatable, and it's not world ending. It's Clint's world spinning out of control. So it's I don't know. I think it'll be fun. Again, it's an exciting dynamic because what's interesting about this show is that Kate Bishop comes into the world as a super fan of Hawkeye and knows him as Hawkeye. She doesn't know Clint Barton. It's sort of about her getting to understand Clint Barton along the way. So I think for myself and I think for Haley too that we both got to learn along the way about what that meant. It's thrilling. Again, it's a universe, and I think being able to sort of start a project with a character that already has such a deep backstory and use that it's a real privilege. It's terrifying as well because there's a lot of expectations out there, but it's wonderful. It's been exciting. Yeah, absolutely, I was. I've always been intrigued by Clint because of his humanity, and we got glimpses of his family life and obviously the tragedy that we saw take place in Endgame was so compelling. And so, yeah, no, I mean, when I met with Marvel the first time and they asked me if there was a character that I'd be particularly interested in, Hawkeye was very much my first answer. So yeah, and it's bizarre being here now. Oh, I mean, the usual things. Costume malfunctions, and we had a dog to work with. Obviously, that was wonderful for the most part, but it doesn't always cooperate. So yes, you could be in the middle of a big sequence and then where's the dog? But it was the usual stuff. I mean, yes, I'm going to keep a poker face as to what to expect because I want everybody to enjoy it in real time as it comes out. But no, I mean, again, you're watching a man that ultimately, he just wants to get home to his family, and what seems like a little problem at the beginning just continues to snowball. And yeah, along the way there'll be plenty of surprises and twists and turns and everything that Marvel likes to deliver.